Hello, beautiful people. My name is Nerissa Golden. I am the editor of Discover Montserrat. I am also an author and an entrepreneur passionate about Montserrat and the development of the Caribbean. Let me say thank you to so many of you who reached out to me via WhatsApp, email, and shared your feedback on the articles that I've been writing in the Reimagining Montserrat series. Before I drop a new article, I wanted to offer a few thoughts on why I think now is the right time for us to look at new ways of showing up, not only in the marketplace of tourism, but as people of promise and purpose. Over the past few weeks, I found myself repeating the scripture in 1 Corinthians 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, but now that I am a man, I've put away childish things. Adulting, as the young people say, will require you to reframe a lot of what you've always believed about the experiences you've had, what you thought your parents did or didn't do, how others wronged you, and what you believe about Montserrat, your place in it, your place in the world. It is necessary for any kind of growth to happen that you shed the old ideas and actions and learn new ways of being, thinking, and living. The success you are after, the dreams you want fulfilled for and by your children, requires you to think differently and act differently. You will not get the same results doing the same old things. This season, I believe, also requires that some of you let go of old dreams as the season for them have passed. But it's not a failure because you held on and you did your best. No, God wants to give you new dreams and expanded dreams, but you've got to release the old so you can get the new. Let me say thank you to those who left and those who stayed. To our friends and family in the diaspora, thank you. While it was not an easy decision for many of you who left almost 30 years ago, maybe you left even before that or since then, your leaving provided space for the ones who remained to build and grow. The largeness of our capacity, which are the people of Montserrat, could not be contained in these 40 plus square miles, and I want you to consider that. There is often bitterness about those who left as if they intentionally abandoned us. I want you to see that what was meant for bad turned into good. Many people were able to go to university, offer their families more opportunities, and be in a position to give back to Montserrat. All festivals are directly impacted by our own people returning and bringing their new friends and expanded families with them. Those of you who remained have created new spaces and new experiences for our families and friends to return to. You have held space for those who live abroad to remember where home is. Thank you. As I mentioned in my 30th anniversary post, we've held on, but now it's time to let go. Very often we see comments in our Facebook communities calling for Montserrat to return to the old ways and whatever their interpretation of what our culture should be. But culture evolves and creativity expands. We adapted our construction style to be able to withstand storms. We figured out systems to alert our people of impending danger. We found ways of staying connected and sharing what is happening despite the distance. It required moving beyond the old ways of doing things. We must acknowledge that the old allowed us to live and survive in that time, but many of the old things cannot survive in this new reality. We must mourn it, we must honor it, we must release it. I want you to open your heart to the possibility of more for yourself, for your neighbors, for Montserrat, for the Caribbean. This is your right. This is your privilege. This is your blessing. It's time to receive it. We've seen since the pandemic the rapid escalation of prices from everything, flights, fuel, shipping, hotel rooms, basic food items, and so on. It's not a Montserrat problem. It is a global issue and what people are grappling with everywhere. We see the additional tariffs being imposed, visa restrictions, and other policies which will have a ripple effect in Montserrat. Let's consider for the moment that prices aren't going down. Suppose we were to stop asking or expecting that. Is that it? Are we all doomed? No, I don't think so. We're not. The alternative is that we all earn more so we can comfortably meet the increased cost of living. Most of the costs are put on before they get to the island. So to keep expecting the business people to absorb it is not how the world works or how business works. They're not charities. There's a lot of noise and the blame game continues no matter which party is in power. The deception in that is that as long as we blame the government for why you aren't succeeding, then it releases you and I from the obligation to do anything about it. Because after all, we're not the one in power. Do not allow anyone to take away your right to advocate for yourself and to transform your life and make it the way you want it to be. I want you to get used to the idea of having more money. I want you to get excited to see your neighbor have more money. I want you to get excited to see a young monstration start a business and see it expand and flourish. If you can't get excited for others, then you won't be able to attract that wealth building energy to yourself. We all rise together. If someone gets to the goal before you, that is not your failure. Get excited because it means your turn is next. No matter what you see or hear on the news or even the evidence in your bank account that there's not enough, there is more than enough for all of us to succeed. There is more than enough for all of us to succeed. Your win doesn't take away the opportunity for me to win as well. Who do we want to invite to visit Montserrat? Sometimes I wish we could lock it away and not let anyone into one of the best kept secrets in the world. But we need people to visit and share what we've created. But anyone and everyone is not our market. We are a friendly people, but not a budget-friendly destination. We need to lean into that and see how we can bring our product up to meet the value expected from the prices people pay. We love the latest devices and gadgets, but we don't deploy them so we can meet our visitors where they are. Just about every monstration has a Facebook page, but I don't know every business in Montserrat. Stop assuming everybody knows where to find you and what you sell. Even if all you sell are brake pads, I want you to get on Facebook and Instagram and tell us you sell brake pads. If you have a one bedroom, tell us. This doesn't mean only showing us photos of the bedroom. What's outside the window? What fruit trees are in the garden? What's the nearest beach? What's happening on the island that can entice people to come and book a spot and stay with you and enjoy all these experiences? If you want to be in business, then you must sell what you have to offer. That is your responsibility and no one else's. In my first article, I jumped right into a major eyesore for Montserrat, or accommodations, and it was very intentional. We have some big problems to fix. I encourage you to read the piece and add your thoughts in the comments, as many have already. In every article, I add a what you can do now section. Yes, I make recommendations for the government, the banks, and other bodies, but I'm most concerned that you, the business owner, take action. You don't need permission to think differently and work differently in your business. You can raise the standard and watch the impact ripple across the island. So download the cheat sheet or workbook and see which items on the list you can implement now. It may be simply doing the assessment so you are really aware of what are the issues that make your product not the best it can be. For example, in the accommodation article, there's a list of quick wins you can do. Assess the quality of your sheets and your curtains. Which of your furnishings need some new varnish? Can you paint the dressing tables and wardrobes so that they are nice, cool color? Maybe you need to update the dishes in the kitchen, paint the apartment. Go to Pinterest and Instagram and get inspiration. I like to pick far-flung places in the world to see what they're doing to get ideas. You don't have to do what other people on Montserrat are doing or even in the Caribbean. Get inspiration from Bali and Ghana and Australia. Open your mind to new possibilities for improving your product. Search Amazon or wherever you shop online and dream a bit. Fill the shopping cart with items and just check out the cost. Which of these items can you budget to purchase in a month or in 6 months? And make a plan so that you can do that. Consider the import costs as well. You can use mail forwarding companies for smaller items or think about collaborating with other people for bigger shipments. We have shipping companies like Montserrat Shipping, I know, and even the Postal Service who can help you work out some of these costs so that you're not surprised when they get to the port. Some of you have never applied for reduced custom duties through the Micro and Small Business Committee. You can apply through the Department of Trade. Please talk to them to see what opportunities are there for you. These are ways that you can currently use to get some breathing room to invest in your business. The government will be introducing a new microloan scheme soon. Look out for that when it launches and get your paperwork in order so you can apply. And no, you don't need a grant. You need a loan. You need a business. You are a business, and activating that energy of transactions requires that you be transactional as well. You get a loan to invest in your business so you can see growth. Grants encourage you to mark time and not have any ownership of what it takes to grow. Remember, we are letting go of the old to embrace new growth and expansion. While you're updating your apartment, tell us about it. A good example is what Geraldine Brown is doing, walking us through how he is creating Airbnbs in the UK and in Montserrat. He's showing you the mistakes, he's showing you the things that are working and the progress, and that's what people want to see. Take us along on the journey. We're not expecting you to hire a production crew, so don't think that he is a filmmaker, so you can expect he's got a higher style. But if you search out TikTok and other social, you see everybody's just using their phone and just walking you through the journey that they're having in their life. But I bet you've got a phone and your phone has a camera and you've got a Facebook page. If you've got a young person in your life, your child, your grandchild, nephew, cousin, maybe it's a young person in your church, ask them to help you with this. Even if it's not video, you can post before and after photos. A big part of social media is storytelling. Make up a story. Tell us how you're practicing sustainability by refurbishing rather than buying everything brand new. If the dining table is from your great grandmother, then by all means tell us about your great grandmother, what she was known for, what was her pet name, how did she treat people, and tell us about, all of the things that you remember about her and why she's remarkable, and how you feel now being able to have this piece of furniture still embrace your accommodations. We want to hear the stories. Closed mouth don't catch no fly, they say. It is your responsibility to grow your business. That means you've got to have an attractive product. Someone told me recently that our accommodations give hostile vibes, not even budget hotel. Yes, we've got a few hidden gems, but we need those to become the basics from which we all start from. And for all our sakes, get rid of the floral bed sheets and the thick curtains. Brighten up your space. Download the cheat sheets. Reach out to me at nerissa@trulycaribbean.net if you would like to book a consultation. I'll be adding some free and paid courses to help you with some of the ideas that I've expressed here, whether it's around your mindset, whether it's around understanding your marketing, understanding how to develop your brand, how to tell better stories around your product. It isn't something that we will fix overnight, but for now, let's make the decision that we're going to embrace new opportunities and new ways of thinking about how we're going to show up. God has amazing things for us that He wants to do for us, for Montserrat, for the Caribbean, but we have to decide that we want to be a part of that. Talk soon. Thanks for your time.